What it do? What it do? You know what to do. Like, subscribe, share, comment to my YouTube channel. Most definitely hit that bell icon. Like, subscribe, share. Most definitely hit that bell icon. That's a notification bell that alerts you all content that will drop to my YouTube channel. Also, make sure you hit the thumbs up, the AKA the like button. YouTube appreciate that. S.L.R Media TV appreciate that. Also, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Also, make sure you double back and go to my second YouTube channel, S.L.R Sports News TV. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment over there. All helps my channel grow, get more viewers, more subscribers, pushes my channel further to the YouTube algorithm, and it's all free. So make sure you go subscribe, like, subscribe, share, and comment to S.L.R Media TV and S.L.R Sports News TV. And if you like the content that I've been putting out, creating, make sure you hit the Cash App, $ SRED40. Appreciate everybody who contributes to the channel. Continue to donate. Shout out to my subscribers. Shout out to my future subscribers. You see the title. We in the building. You see the title. In Bryce Young, we trust. Playoffs a bust. This is where we at. We playoffs a bust. No ifs, ands, no buts about it. Playoffs a bust. It's what it is. The bye week has come at the wrong time for the Carolina Panthers. I just hate to say it. The bye week has came at the wrong time for the Carolina Panthers. Carolina Panthers will want the bye week to happen couple weeks ago. To now where they feel like they're hot, they got something going on, they want to continue the momentum, and now they got a bye, they got to wait a whole week. This is not good for the Carolina Panthers. This is not good. And don't be surprised. Do not be surprised if they don't beat the New Orleans Saints. Don't be surprised. I'm telling y'all, Carolina Panthers got to win every game. They got to win every game. They can't. The Carolina Panthers can't be thinking, let's just win the division games, and it doesn't matter if we drop the remainder of the non-conference games. As long as we win our conference games, that's crazy. That's crazy. You shouldn't think that way. And I hope and pray that you ain't thinking that way, but I'm pretty sure that you are thinking that way. Shame on the Carolina Panthers. You still ain't proved nothing to me. You have not proved nothing to me. Matter of fact, the fact that y'all thinking about giving Bryce Young the 5th-year option is diabolical. The season's not over with. He can flat out have the next 4 of the worst games of his career, and you still gonna give him the 5th-year option? Oh yeah, Look who's out there in free agency. Why not give him the 5th-year option? What the fuck you mean? See, that's what I be talking about. The excuses. The reason why y'all want to get Bryce on a 5th-year option because there's nothing in free agency. There's nothing coming out. Are you fucking serious? The Carolina Panthers may be looking like the Arizona Cardinals. This is what I'm afraid of. This is exactly what I'm afraid of. What's going to happen? The Carolina Panthers are going to become the Arizona Cardinals. Just how the Arizona Cardinals gave Kyler Murray that contract, which they regret to this day. I'm afraid that's going to happen. And then on top of that, how can you make a quarterback $50, $60 million when he is the shortest quarterback in the NFL history? We have now found out that Bryce Young is 5'9". Not 5'10", not 5'11", 5'9". You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. What up, Jay Wick? What's good with you? What's good with? Tell everybody like, subscribe, share, comment to the channel. Make sure you tell everybody to donate to the channel too. Jay Witt said, I don't know why everybody's trying to think that other teams are going to help us get into the playoffs. For example, what if the Falcons just lay down against Tampa Bay because we swept them? That's facts. That's what I'm saying, Jay Wick. That's what I'm saying. You don't think the Atlanta Falcons just going? They may just lay down. Just listen. If Tampa Bay beats New Orleans today, which they're winning right now, they are a full game up on the Carolina Panthers. A full game. So the Carolina Panthers are playing major catch up. On top of that, if Tampa Bay wins today, they have forced Carolina Panthers' hands where Carolina Panthers has to win every game. They have to win every game. They lose one game, they're out. They lose one game, they're out. Because when they have to play Tampa Bay the last two games, it will be meaningless if the Carolina Panthers lose a game. And that's and that's facts. So Jay Wick is right. I'm just saying. Yeah, you hear Jay Wick facts. Make sure you like and subscribe for sure. For sure. We in the building. We in the building. And Bryce Young, we just trust the process. Playoffs a bust. This is where we at. This playoffs a bust. I ain't talking about nothing else. Get into the fucking playoffs. I'm not jumping for joy for 7 wins. I'll jump once you get into the playoffs. Show me something. Don't limp into the playoffs. Get into the playoffs. Mm-hmm. Hold on, coming. Jay Wick said, if Tampa beats the Saints and the Falcons, they can hang it up. Carolina Panthers gonna have to hang it up in here. See, Jay Wick, this is the worst time for the Carolina Panthers to be on the bye. This is the worst time for the Carolina Panthers. The Carolina Panthers wish they had to buy early. Had to buy early in the season or 2 weeks ago in the season. To have it in week 14 when you so called are hot. Everybody think the Carolina Panthers are one of the hottest teams in the league. Just because they beat the Rams. The Rams beat themselves. Because the Rams thought they had the Carolina Panthers beat before they took off from LA, and they thought they had the Carolina Panthers beat when they got to Charlotte Douglas Airport. They thought the Rams thought the Carolina Panthers was gonna lay it down, and they got shocked. They didn't have an answer for the Carolina Panthers run game. Don't think the New Orleans Saints are not going to be prepared for the Carolina Panthers. And when the Saints comes marching in, doom, 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 doom. But before I get to the content, let me give my thoughts on the Carolina Panthers potentially destroying the team and potentially blowing a when I say a golden opportunity to finally get off from the Bryce Young madness. Hold on. Let me fire my shit up because I be hearing a lot of BS in the YouTube streets. I be hearing a lot of BS in the media. Let me tell y'all something. I think I said this early in the season, and let me repeat one more time for you. The Carolina Panthers are going down the Arizona Cardinals rabbit hole. This is what they're doing. The Carolina Panthers have not learned anything from the Arizona Cardinals. S.L.R, why would you say that? Hold on. Let me make sure I got my volume up. Let me turn me up. Can you hear me good? Jay, wait, let me know if you can hear me good. Mic check. Somebody let me know. Give me a 1. Let me know we good. Let me know. All right. The Carolina Panthers are listening to the media in making their decision on Bryce Young. The Carolina Panthers has had 3 years of inconsistency with Bryce Young. Carolina Panthers has not had one consistent season with Bryce Young from week 1 to week 17. Not one. The Carolina Panthers are basing a contract extension on Bryce Young having pop-up games. Not consistent games where he's putting together a 3 to 5 game streak of consistency. No. The Carolina Panthers are now picking games to determine if Bryce Young needs a 5th-year option. So if you telling me that Bryce Young wets the bed next Sunday against the Saints, he's still eligible for a contract extension, a 5th-year option. But if he beats the Seahawks and throws for 250, 300, 2 touchdowns, he's eligible for a 5th-year option. Get the fuck out of here. This is what we're doing? This is what we're doing. So you're not going to look at Bryce all 3 years of him starting. You're going to give him the 5th-year option based on because he beat the Rams. Then he goes wets the bed, have a stinker next week, and then all of a sudden he has a great game. That deserves a 5th-year. That's not a starting quarterback. That is a backup quarterback. With S.L.R, it's only $26 million. I don't give a fuck if it was $30 million. He's a backup quarterback. And they're telling you in the NFL, he is a backup quarterback. That's what he is. Arizona Cardinals and the Carolina Panthers are the only dumb teams in the NFL to start a quarterback that's 5'9" or 5'10", that is under 6 foot. There's no other quarterbacks in the NFL. There's no other team in the NFL that is starting a quarterback that is 5'9" or 5'10". Only the Arizona Cardinals and the Carolina Panthers. The only 2 of the dumbest teams in the league are doing it. And you see what the Arizona Cardinals had to do. They had to put Kyler Murray on injured reserve to get away from Kyler Murray. To get away from him. The Carolina Panthers. Do you want to go in that situation? Lord forbid for Bryce Young to get injured. I don't want Bryce Young to get injured because if you get injured, they automatically going to give Bryce Young that 5th-year option because the injury is going to be the excuse. Lord forbid, football gods, let Bryce Young last for the rest of the season. I don't want him to get not a 5th-year option at all, period. I want the Carolina Panthers to flat out release Bryce Young. Release him. Got to get away from this. You cannot have a quarterback that have you in handcuffs. He plays bad for 3 weeks, and then plays good for 3 weeks. Plays bad for 2 weeks, then plays good for 3 weeks. We don't need that. This offense is not explosive. This is not a 30-point team offense. This is not an explosive offense. And you're telling me you're willing to go ahead right now and give him the 5th-year option. You stupid. You stupid. And S.L.R gonna continue to tell you, you stupid. The shit don't even make sense. Bryce Young haven't even put together a whole full season. Bryce Young has not even thrown for 3,500 yards or 4,000 yards, and y'all willing to pay him $26 million? He's a fucking backup. And y'all got his D all in your throats, all in your buttocks. Mm-hmm. Even the ones that were so called against Bryce Young, trying to talk like me, trying to be like me. Look at y'all. Y'all slowly but surely is creeping your asses right on over there with Bryce Young at. He's making y'all a fucking believer. And it's ridiculous. Look at Bryce Young's statistics from his rookie year to his 3rd year. That does not garner a 5th-year contract or a contract extension. That is purified backup numbers. Jay Wick said, I doubt Jay Wick said, I doubt that beat the Seahawks all the way if they rested for the playoffs. But I doubt it. It's the division is tight. The Carolina Panthers, matter of fact, let me put it like this, Jay Wick. When they play Sunday against the Saints, every game is a playoff game. See, the Carolina Panthers should already have their mind already trained for the playoffs. This is our playoffs. We're in playoff mode. This is how they're going to have to think. Every team on the schedule has something to play for. Ain't nobody on the rest of the schedule is going to lay down for the Carolina Panthers. Nobody. He said, I can understand Arizona's stupidity because at least they had a rookie of the year. Yeah, Bryce Young couldn't get rookie of the year, but look at Arizona. Look at Arizona. They regret that. Listen, if the Arizona Cardinals knew what they knew, they would have never had their chest poked out after Kyler Murray got the rookie of the year. See NFL. Y'all said that a 5'9", Kyler Murray may be 5'8". Y'all said a 5'8", 5'9", 5'10" quarterback can't be rookie of the year, can't be successful, can't be a superstar. Look at Kyler Murray. Oh, he got a rocket arm. He's fast. He's a mice. He's a rat. He's a leopard. He's a cobra. He can get out of anything. Then look at him after this rookie year. He can't make the fundamental throws. He can't lock in the playbook. He don't understand his plays. It's hard for him to process because all he wants to do is be a dipper. What the Arizona Cardinals do, get him weapons. Couldn't do nothing with the weapons. What the Arizona Cardinals do, they go get him a number one bona fide superstar rookie wide receiver, Marvin Harrison Jr. And he's fucking ruining Marvin Harrison Jr. We can't see the potential of Marvin Harrison Jr. because of Kyler Murray. They had to bring in Jacoby Brissett to at least get something. At least we can see something out of Marvin Harrison. Carolina Panthers. Do you want to be the Arizona Cardinals? Because if you give Bryce Young the contract extension he's looking for, you're going to be the Arizona Cardinals. Oh, I ain't going nowhere. I ain't jumping off the bandwagon. Oh, I'm gonna be a Carolina Panther. But the content is gonna be even more ruthless, even more aggressive, and you can never question if I'm a Carolina Panther fan through and through, because I am. We just had weak-minded people. They can't take criticism. Jay Wick said, honestly think they're going to get him competition this year because we need backup anyway. They be ridiculous if they run Andy old ass out there again. Andy Dalton done. We ain't going back with Andy. Andy ass about to go in retirement, or he gonna be a backup to the Cincinnati Bengals some motherfucking where. Jay Witt said you're right, S.L.R, because Tampa Bay is going to keep hitting the gas because we they know we kind of dangerous. Oh yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, they know that. Tampa Bay most definitely want to make sure they up a game, a full game or two games up before they play us. And you right by us beating around, putting the league on notice. You can't fuck around with them anymore. Yep. He said, yeah, you can't fuck around with them anymore. You know what I'm saying. You gotta hit the gas. Sure. And now he's out for the rest of the season. Who's out for the rest of the season, Jay? Wait. Who you talking about? You talking about Kyler Murray or Bryce Young? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Kyler done. Yeah, we fuck around. We fuck around. Might see Kyler Murray and Bryce Young on the Carolina Panthers. Two midgets. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, this was a bad time for the Carolina Panthers to have that bye week. I'm trying to tell y'all, this is not the time the Carolina Panthers want to be on the bye week. They need to be playing. Yeah, watch that ankle get stiffened up by Bryce. You can't shoot that thing up so much. Yeah, going down. Y'all over there talking about begging to give this motherfucker a goddamn a 5th year option. They ain't gonna sit here and have the nerves to say. They ain't gonna sit here and have the nerves to say ain't nobody in free agency, so we ain't got no other choice. I hate a team. I let me repeat. I hate a team that say there's nothing in free agency, so we're gonna stick with what the fuck we got. Get the fuck out of here. So y'all gonna give $26 million to a game manager, to a bona fide hand offer. Oh, he got 11 fourth quarter wins. So what's his total overall record? This motherfucker ain't even thrown for 3,000 yards in 3 straight seasons. Like, stop playing me. That motherfucker's a glorified backup playing as a starter. He is a glorified backup. I'm starting to believe that there are Alabama fans in the Carolina Panthers circle. They're not even Carolina Panther fans. They're Alabama fans. They just follow Bryce. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Uh-huh. Where we at? Okay. What Jay was said. He said they will be damn fools if they. Well, I mean, he said they would be damn fools if they sign him. We front load his money. We can let him go and get it. Let him. What he say? I said we can let him go, and it ain't gonna hurt us. Shit. I'm done with Bryce. I'm done with Bryce. Yeah, I'm done with Bryce. I done seen enough. When you gonna learn to listen to S.L.R? I'm only gonna tell you the good shit that y'all need to hear. I'm telling y'all, you resign him and give him 26 million. You're gonna get what you've been getting for the past 3 years. Nothing is going to change. Trust me. Bryce Young is cool with being a game manager. He's cool. Bryce is about getting his money. He's trying to make as much money as he can. He is cool because you know why? You know what he was taught? Just get the W. Don't worry about your statistics. Just do enough to make people say, ooh, ah, to make people see that you can do more than what you think you're accustomed to do, but you really can't. Just give them enough. That's the type of quarterback that y'all want. We are on the verge of being the Arizona Cardinals. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. We on the verge of being the Arizona Cardinals. And on top of that, I'm hearing the word is that the Carolina Panthers also also is going to be in the forefront of getting Jacoby Brissett services. That's the word. That's the word going around. I'm hearing that the Carolina Panthers are going to be one of the teams that's going to be aggressively going at the Jacoby Brissett. If he don't resign back with the Arizona Cardinals, I am hearing, yeah, that Jacoby Brissett could be the backup or the starter or competition, however you want to see it, for Bryce Young. Which it ain't gonna be no competition. We know that. We know motherfucker Jacoby Brissett is not beating out no goddamn Bryce Young. And it's looking like I might not even get my Joe Burrow. We might not even get Joe Burrow, so I might have to let that shit go. He said he said they better take the opportunity before they get trapped off. Yeah. 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 I wanna be like the Arizona Cardinals. They gonna fuck around and get trapped for real. Either if they doing that, they getting off him. I mean, Jacoby Brissett will be cool. But I'm not no dummy. If you go get Jacoby Brissett, I know for sure that Jacoby Brissett is not beating out Bryce Young. The only way Jacoby Brissett would be the starter for Carolina Panthers is Bryce Young get injured. Or Bryce Young just flat out just play bad, just awful. Like the coach has no other choice, or the owner has no other than that. Jacoby Brissett is gonna be a glorified backup. He's just gonna be something that the Carolina Panther fans, content creators, are gonna be hollering begging for. Just put Jacoby in. Just put Jacoby in. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying. I mean, don't beat the messenger. We on that good smoke. We on that good smoke. Let's see where we at. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment to my YouTube channel. Make sure you hit that cash out. We in holiday season. Show love to your favorite podcaster. He said they're trying to get ready for the 2027 quarterback class if they sign Jacoby Brissett as a bitch. That 27. A lot of teams are positioning themselves for that 2027 class. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a lot of tanking going on. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Just imagine we can get a guy like Caleb Downs or Jeremiah Smith. Oh my goodness. Oh, 2027, we should be all over Ohio State. Oh my goodness. Yo, I like the quarterback from out of Duke. I like Darren Mensa. Oh, Darren Mensa, nice. Um, yeah, I do like Dante Moore. I like those Jaden Daniel type quarterbacks. I like them because they make that shit look effortlessly. I like the Jaden Daniel type quarterbacks. Them the type of quarterbacks that I like. Them type that 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 can make all the throws, but they're sneaky getting out the pocket and still getting the first down, capable of making a explosive play here and there. I like them types. I'm more of a Jaden Daniel type of guy. Them the type of quarterbacks that I like. And Shador just threw a damn stupid ass interception. What the fuck he was thinking? Damn, Shador. I mean, what the fuck was you thinking on that? That was just dumb. That was just dumb as hell, Shador. What Jay say? He said, anyway, it goes. They better hurry up because the guys are coming up to get paid. So they need that shit or they get off the pot with Bryce. Yep. Yep. He said, any days and times we do have he said, any days and times we do. He said, okay. He said, any days and times we do have to have a mobile quarterback to keep the defenses on their toes. It has another weapon on the field, and he can throw and get out of trouble. Yep, you gotta have that. You gotta be that today in today's NFL, you got to be that triple threat. Just like in basketball, you got to be that 3-tier player. You got to be all three levels. That's what the NFL. At quarterbacks, you just can't have one or two. No, you gotta have all three. Everybody's not Tom Brady. Everybody's not Peyton Manning. Everybody's not Drew Brees. Everybody's not Brett Favre. Everybody ain't Aaron Rodgers. So in today's NFL, today's quarterbacks, yeah, you gotta be accurate, you gotta be mobile, and you gotta be smart to make up for not having the arm strength. I mean, every quarterback got arm strength, but everybody's not Josh Allen either. So you got to have accuracy. You got to be mobile, and you got to be smart. If you ain't got either three of them, you're not gonna survive in the NFL at all. Period. You gotta be a 3-tier player in the NFL. You gotta hey, look. You got to look what Lamar doing. Lamar can make all the throws. He's smart, and he can get out the pocket. You got to have all three. Josh Allen got it. Josh Allen doing what Lamar doing. Oh, well, he's white. So what? He's setting the standard for other white quarterbacks what they're going to have to do. Shit. Everybody don't get the luxury to sitting back in the pocket and throwing the ball. It doesn't work like that no more. He said Tampa and the Saints are keeping it close. This is stupid. I might need to check that out right now. I'm looking at the Shador game. And Shador dumbass threw an interception. And then Tennessee comes down and scores. Come on, Shador. You was doing good before that dumb shit. Got full of yourself. Yeah.
But when a quarterback has 11 fourth quarter comebacks in 2.5 pro seasons, that shows you something about what he could be for a franchise.
Well,
It?
absolutely. And when you look at the number, it's not just 11 game-winning drives. He has 5 this year, by the way, which is the most in the NFL. It's not just 11 since he entered the league. It's 11, which Patrick Mahomes has 10.
Yeah.
Josh Allen has 9. Jalen Hurts, maybe not the same as Mahomes and Allen, but Super Bowl champion. He has 9. That's what you want. And those are the things we talk about with franchise quarterbacks. And you look at the Panthers organization and fans back in 2020, what was one of the biggest complaints that fans had that year? For Teddy Bridgewater to help lead this team down the field on either a game-winning or game-tying drive. We have now seen 5 times Bryce do this year and 11 times in his career. So that says a lot about when you need it most, he's made some of those plays.
Do that ball out. Bird. Yeah. What's the boing, boing, man? Where we at? Who hears a shit? If they white or not. If they can go get out the pocket and run, Ben Roethlisberger, Steve Young, yeah, they can throw the ball and they have some wheels too. Yep. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I be trying to say. It don't matter. It don't matter what race you are. You just got to have them three. That's it. Yeah. Yeah. So, all right.
On the final day of November, you can feel the cold blast of December. Love me. The lights are on for this Week 13 battle. Love me. Against the best team in the NFC.
They ain't never seen this for 60 minutes.
Yeah.
Let's show these up. Let's do our fucking job.
High snap, four-man rush. Quick throw near side. Picked again. Mike Jack down the right sideline. Scored. Throws a block out Stafford. Jackson takes it in. Now Bryce throws down the right sideline. Hits Coker in stride. And he drags the defender into the end zone. It's 4th and 2 from the LA 43. Bryce off play action. Has time in the pocket. Throws downfield for McMillan. Makes the catch at the 20. He's got the 10. T-Mac. Bringing pressure. Eric Brown strips the ball. Now picked up by Carolina. Carolina Panthers knocking off the number one team in the NFC and maybe the best team in the NFL.
If you're Dave Canales, if you're David Tepper, if you're GM Dan Morgan, you're faced with the decision of, do we pick up Bryce Young's fifth-year option? And in my opinion, you have to. He's shown you too much good. He's your number one overall pick. And I love that he does this every game. No matter what happens in the first half, he shakes every single player's hand on the way to the locker room and says something to him. This is a dude that was benched early last season, left for dead. Many thought he'd never start again, and he's become that sort of leader on that team. And I think that's extremely important as well, Chad.
Absolutely. And you know what? Another thing, timing is impeccable when it comes to the NFL, especially when it comes to contract negotiations or a player having a fifth-year option. And you look at, again, the landscape of the NFL when it comes to all the teams that are struggling to find quarterbacks. And you really think the Carolina Panthers would play around with a quarterback like Bryce Young, who has shown tremendous improvement after being benched? Absolutely. You pick that up. If anything, I would tie him up. Long term. Bryce Young has been very clutch, and he's the youngest player in NFL history right now with 11 game-winning drives in the fourth quarter.
And the Panthers come into Lambeau and pull off the upset.
And I really think the Carolina Panthers are going to shock a lot of people and continue to shock a lot of people as we near the end of the season and it comes playoff time.
See, the national media. See what the national media do? See what the national media do? What they going to say if we lose to the motherfucking Saints, huh? That's what I'm saying. Don't believe in none of that. Playoffs a bust. That's all I'm saying. He said, I give it to David Tepper. He got the hell out the damn media team, LOL. Let's see them put the same shit up after the Saints beat us. Yep. Facts. He said, I don't know why they motherfuckers be glazed. Glaze in this motherfucker. They watch all the Carolina games. I know, man. I don't be getting it. They be acting like the motherfucking Carolina Panthers done been to the playoff 3 straight years or something. Like, come on, man. We like one of the worst. We like the bottom. We like carps. Like, we like the bottom of the motherfucking water. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. We ain't at the top of the water. We at the bottom. Can't believe the media. Believe in me. Don't believe the media because I'm going to tell you the truth. Them motherfuckers is gonna tell you that Fugazi bullshit.
For me, I'm going to have to look over at the NFC South. I think this division is wide open. When you look at the Bucks, you look at the Falcons, you look at the Saints, and then you look at the Panthers.
Yeah.
Nobody has taken the reins at all. This is wide open. And I think who's going to come out on top at the end of this, when it's all said and done, are the Panthers.
What?
Give me the Panthers. Give me the Panthers. Because I look at what Bryce Young did his last year, just last year, season 2024, at the very end, he caught fire. He was finding receivers everywhere. He was throwing for 250, 210. He was throwing 3 touchdowns a game. And when you look at their roster, they got a double-head monster over there at the running back position, and both of them can run the ball. You look at C-Hub and you look at Rico Dab. Rico Dab is dabbing everywhere when he got the opportunity. You look at Leggett, you got first-rounder McMillan.
Yep.
And then you got my guy coming back. Don't forget about Coker. Jalen Coker is back in the mix, and if you look at what he did at the tail end of his last year, he was balling. They got 2 good tight ends. They're 3-1 in October. Keep that in mind. They're going to find some fire, some wind. They play well at home. They're physical and want to run the ball. So give me the Panthers.
So hold on, Shad. You're saying that the Panthers are, when you say they're going to win the NFC South, is that what you're saying? I just want to clarify.
Yes.
You're saying that they're winning the NFC South?
I see them taking reins in the NFC South. I don't see
what's really
we
fun?
can't say the Saints. We can't say the Saints.
Can't
We
say
got
the Saints.
Tampa only if they're healthy.
Yeah.
Right? And we don't know.
You know what's really fun about what you just said is they don't play each other until week 16 and 18. So there's a lot of time for them to get right. And frankly, look at you, you're like, that's exactly what Panthers, sorry, my bad. It's Panthers, Bucks play each other week 16 and week 18.
Back to back.
Woo!
I'm still trying to understand how you think that they're going to outperform the Bucks.
Oh, yeah. Listen, we've seen what happened to the Bucks the last couple games. What happened? What happened to the Bucks the last couple games, right? Now, I know they're dealing with some injuries. Yeah. That's part of the game. But guess what happens over there with Carolina? They've been dealing with injuries, too. It's part of the game. But listen, when the roles come in and the tide come in, it's going to come down who can run the ball better. And that.
He said we catfish. Yeah, for sure. At the bottom, I'm trying to tell you, at the motherfucking bottom. Catfish, we motherfucking carp. Motherfucker, we got that bottom bullshit. He said the Saints are now up. This shit is fixed, man. Oh, no, the Saints cannot be up. No. We going to the playoffs. This don't make no fucking sense. No, Saints can't be up. I don't give a damn. No. It's some bullshit. Matter of fact, I'm about to go to the Saints game. I'm about to go there. I'm about to flip right to the game. It's some bullshit. Ain't no way. Damn, shit get dropped. Like the damn Saints. Matter of fact, let me go to the Saints game. Cam Ward only got 81 yards. And in the fourth quarter. What the Yeah, I got the Tampa Bay game on. See what they talking about. Jay. See what they talking about.
But he has not given you any sort of definitive answer of whether he's the right guy or not for the Panthers moving forward. At least next Sunday in New Orleans, who'll be the starter, and the next 3 games after that. Next season, I'm guessing probably yes. But man, I really, a lot of times, just have no idea what to think of this guy. And I got a friend in the group chat of mine who has this little chart where it's just there's 4 things on it, but it's really only 2 things. You're either going from, oh wait, Bryce Young's the guy, to, oh, Bryce Young is ass, and then it just cycles through, and that's what it feels like every single week.
Their quarterback feels a little overwhelmed. But I have a ton of respect for Bryce Young. If you're 5'9" and 185 pounds and you can play in the SEC and the NFL, you're a tough motherfucker. Problem is, he's just not that good. We will never see a guy his size ever drafted number 1 again. Honestly, drafting a guy 5'9", 185 pounds in an NFL draft at quarterback is borderline insanity. And you're watching him play, you're just like, his coach isn't helping him out. It doesn't feel like anyone knows what's going on. And I'm thinking to Dave Canales, are you guys practicing? When I draft you in the first round, I have to decide after the 3rd year whether to pick up your 5th-year option. And to me, it's an easy answer with this guy. It's a no.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Tampa Bay. Oh man, what? New Orleans up 24-17. What the That's crazy.
No matter how much media propaganda is injected into me, I will never believe in this Bryce Young resurgence. He's a below average quarterback, not close to being considered a franchise guy and getting franchise quarterback money. And although I will admit it's a tough spot for the Panthers front office and GM Dan Morgan, because he will obviously occasionally give you flashes, still young enough to where you think he might got something, but I don't know, man. It's year 3 now and the inconsistency is there more than ever. Take Monday night, for example. He literally got outplayed by a Brock Purdy who threw 3 interceptions. The Niners defense is well coached, but they're injury ridden, ranked 29th in EPA allowed coming into this game. Yet Bryce Young made some horrible decisions. The interception at the goal line cannot happen. First down, that ball needs to be out 2 seconds earlier, but he's late and has no touch. He was also not on the same page as his guys multiple times, had a handful of underthrown and overthrown balls. Even his second interception, I know Troy Aikman was trying to blame it on a no-call DPI, but dude, that was not that big of a grab. The ball was way out in front of Tat. That's probably a pick all day. By the way, Bryce leads the NFL in turnover-worthy plays. The defense gave them opportunities galore to steal this game from the Niners, put them in first place in the division, but it was just a poor showing from the offensive unit.
How many coaches will get fired before Bryce Young gets replaced? You're not firing another coach. I do not believe that Panthers ownership is going to say, well, Frank Reich, Super Bowl winning offensive mind, didn't work. Dave Canales helped turn Baker Mayfield into a $100 million quarterback, didn't work. Oh, it's on the coaches. No, eventually you have to say it's on Bryce. If the Panthers do not make the playoffs this year, Bryce Young's probably gone. Frank Reich is a brilliant offensive mind. I hear that. 1 in 10, I believe the Panthers were. Frank Reich gets fired. Now you bring in Dave Canales. Dave Canales was the person that really revitalized Baker Mayfield's career. He was the person that helped Baker Mayfield go from probably going to be out the league in 2 to 3 years or probably going to be a perennial backup to now Baker Mayfield ended up getting a $100 million contract. If Canales, who saved Baker Mayfield, can't save you, if Frank Reich, who saved Nick Foles and helped the Eagles win their very first Super Bowl, can't save you, who can save you? How many coaches will get fired before Bryce Young gets benched? Yeah. In perpetuity, not benched for a moment in time.
What is it about this team where it seems like, you can have a game like you guys did last week and then this week struggle offensively?
Just inconsistent. Been the case the whole year. Just got to find a way to keep going up, not like this.
What are some solutions to that? I mean, just from your perspective.
I don't really have an answer right now.
I asked Dave about you only having 6 carries in the game. You got a top 10 rushing offense. Was that by design or?
No idea. Yeah, that's just the coaches make their decisions and call the game plan, and we just go with it as players. So.
How do you build on this? You got another tough game.
You just gotta stay positive, get to the next game, try and go 1-0 the next week.
Thanks, okay.
Hey, what's going on, folks? It's been brought to my attention what I said on the radio. Probably should have used some different words. But based on the DMs I've been getting from people, what I said, and then now you're saying you're going to threaten me and you're going to pull up on me. I don't think that's a good idea. So, I love this city. I invest in this city. My foundation in this city. But all these comments in my DMs, sliding my DMs, talking about you're going to pull up on me, you're going to threaten me. We don't need all that, man. We don't need no black on black law. So if that's how you really feel, just block me, bro. You don't have to. But all these comments threatening my life, ain't no need for that. Okay?
To the Carolina Panthers social media team, don't piss me off this morning. Because every time we get destroyed, y'all never want to talk about what happened. You want to talk about, hey, let's watch the defensive tackles do the hot chip challenge. I don't want to see that. Okay, I don't want to see Derek Brown finish the song lyrics. I don't care what Bryce Young has for a pregame meal. I don't want to hear about Xavier Legette's horse dollar bill. I don't want to hear that. You know what I do want to see? I want to see them in that locker room devastated. So I know they care. Okay? I want to see Bryce Young in the film room. I want to see J.C. Horn going in on the DBs. I want to see practice. I want to see passion. I want to see that they want to win. I don't need any of this. Y'all are going to sit here and have Sir Purr doing whatever dance. None of that. We need to focus. If it's going to be another year of disaster, fine, but don't gaslight me again, please. There's nothing good about yesterday. Nothing. How about we make a video about locking in? Let's do that.
I think we're building something special. And, these guys, they're, just an extremely good management team. And listen, we're just getting started. So we're just building momentum through this year. And, it's just building and building and building. And I think, we'll build in the next few years. So I'm pretty excited, to tell you the truth.
When you talk about Bryce Young, the way they closed the season, finished 5-12, but it was the second half play of Bryce Young that has led to a lot of optimism for the Carolina Panthers heading into the 2025 season, particularly those last 3 games for Bryce Young, where he had 7 touchdowns, no interceptions to lead the NFL. I had spoke to Dave Canales throughout the offseason about how Bryce handled last year, obviously getting benched for Andy Dalton earlier in the year, but his mentality never changed. His leadership, the way he prepared, even though he was the backup, that resonated with his teammates. So when he took back over in the second half of the year and found some success, they won 5 games, obviously, to close the year. They also had 3 different leads in the fourth quarter. They went toe-to-toe with the Chiefs and with the Eagles, so it built a lot of confidence and added a lot of credibility for Bryce in that locker room. And you see him here at practice. He's talking with the receivers, talking with his linemen, talking with other members of the defense, trying to show that leadership and build on what they had last year. Specifically on the field, I asked what led to the change and some of that success last year. Obviously, we talked about the mentality, and in speaking to people throughout the building, a lot of the success we saw last year was Bryce's confidence and the timing rhythm, getting through the second, the third, the fourth progressions, all the way through the checkdowns. Obviously, they're building these these concepts for individual plays, but you have to have the reps in order for practice and game reps to get to those secondary options, and Bryce Young felt comfortable with that as we head forward to 2025. As far as training camp goes, in talking to Coach Canales a little before practice, they had a great start to training camp, scaled back a little bit yesterday. They're expecting to fly around today. They'll be working on red zone. What they've been talking about is the energy, the effort, the culture that they've built here. They don't have fans. They're doing construction for a field house to have an indoor facility here, so they're bringing that juice themselves. They're feeding off one another. J.C. Horn, one of the linchpin in that. He talks on defense. He talks to the offense, really gets the practice going. So the Panthers 2025 training camp underway. There you see the quarterbacks, Bryce Young, Andy Dalton, and company. We'll have much more on the Panthers throughout the day.
The Carolina Panthers are about to have their best season since they went to the Super Bowl in 2015. I fully expect them to double their win total from last year. The Panthers were not a bad team in the back half of 2024. They went 4-5 in their last 9 games. But the Chiefs beat them on a last-second field goal. They took the Buccaneers to overtime, and they were a Xavier Legette drop touchdown away from beating the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. Their turnaround was thanks in large part to Bryce Young looking unrecognizable from when he got benched earlier in the year. He looked cool, calm, and collected in the pocket and was finding his receivers even if they weren't generating separation. Now, he's got Tedero McMillan, most people's wide receiver 1 to target. Chuba Hubbard and the Panthers' offensive line, which clearly gelled in the back half of the season, deserve a ton of credit as well. But where Carolina's really going to be better is their front 7. Last year, they couldn't stop the run. They couldn't generate a pass rush. Now, they're getting Derek Brown back. They got Bobby Brown from the Rams. They got Pat Jones from the Vikings. And they snagged projected first-rounder Nick Scordon with pick 51. Even if they've got the 10th worst defense in football, which I think it'll be better than, but even if it's that bad, it'll still be a massive improvement over where they were in 2024. These moves, combined with how bad the NFC South is, means that 10 wins and a 7th seed are definitely in play for Carolina. They may not have lost the Bryce Young trade after all.
I just see ownership from Bryce. I see him just letting everybody know this is his team.
Hey, let's go. Oh, here we go. Bring our own juice. Let's go. Let's go. Let's pick it up a little bit. Hey, let's pick it up. Here we go.
It's his demeanor. It's his personality.
It's all good. That's what these practices for.
It's the attention to detail. It's the way he's pushing every day in practice.
Yes, James.
And the way he connects with guys.
Got you. Good rack, good rack. Good rack, go.
And he's very good at connecting with guys one-on-one.
Good job up front. Good rack, good rack. Good job.
Yeah, obviously I'm in on the Panthers this year. The way they closed the season is the key. The end of the season last year, the way Bryce Young was playing, he was playing like a literal top 7, maybe even top 5 quarterback at the end of last season. That's how good it was. And he was doing it. It wasn't like he was doing it only against bad defenses. He did it against the Eagles. He did it against the Chiefs last season. You see the confidence growing in Bryce Young. He finally has his X receiver, and he's not throwing to Xavier Legette as his main receiver now, who can't catch anything. He's got Tetairoa McMillan in there. The offensive line is great. Chuba Hubbard's going to run for a ton of yards this year. Bryce is going to have a lot more time in the pocket. Honestly, I'm actually not worried about the Panthers' offense right now for the first time in a minute. It really comes down to, can this defense become a top 20 defense? That's what it boils down to. It's that. Because if you're going to be the worst defense in the history in the NFL, then guess what? Yeah, you're going to stink. You're not going to win. You're not going to the playoffs. You're not going to be a 500 team. No team is going to win being the worst defense in NFL history. But I think this Panthers defense becomes an average defense. I think Bryce Young becomes that guy. Everyone's going to be... We're going to see all this revisionist history. Everyone's going to pretend they didn't say negative things about Bryce Young and didn't say he was a bust and should go out the window and all this stuff.
We never said that, right?
Out, all of a sudden, the C.J. Stroud stuff's going to go a little downhill. All of a sudden, you're going to see Bryce Young talked about way more. Love this Panthers team. They're winning 10 games. They're winning the division.
I'm Bryce Young, and this is This or That, Bojangles edition. Between the bacon, egg, and cheese, Cajun filet, I gotta go Cajun filet. Gotta go Bowberry biscuits. That's just, it's a classic. It's tough, but I'm gonna go with Supremes. Thigh, for sure. Go with the original, for sure. Can't beat the original. I'll go with bowl rounds. The mac and cheese over dirty rice. Honey mustard, peach honey pepper, I'll go honey mustard. I'll go with the bowl sauce.
They think we really be faking when we say we do this. We done bust the squirrel out the tree and open them up. Know what I'm talking about? Take the clothes off. That's step one. I'm gonna show y'all the rest of what it is.
A nickname now. They're calling you the Carolina Reaper. Have you heard that
like
nickname?
The
like the Reaper, like when you go up against your competition, you kind of take them out. There are a couple of head coaches that have gotten fired after you beat their team. Dang. You took the Cardinals out of the playoffs. Is that you haven't heard of that?
No, that's my first time hearing it. Again, I definitely can't control nicknames. I don't know about.
What do you think about it though?
I don't know. Reaper's a little like evil, so like I don't know. I try not to be evil, I guess. I don't know how to feel, but yeah, that's not really up to me, I guess.
Right.
Young stepping away, stepping up, being chased in the end zone, still on his feet, throws downfield. It's caught by Legette to the 33-yard line.
So I got on the phone and I saw Bryce at the Super Bowl. You see a bunch of these guys at parties and such. So I saw Bryce and I said, I said, Bryce, remember when we were at the Super Bowl? I told you we were going to pick a quarterback, and I wasn't kidding. And I said, you want to trade in some sweet home Alabama for some sweet Carolina? So he was just excited. He was like, I don't know if you could see him on the screen. He was like a little tenseness in his face, but then he was like, you could feel him just like, I'm so happy, sort of thing through the phone.
Why did you guys?
Yo, what the fuck with Tampa Bay? Are you serious, Tampa Bay? Like, come on. Man, Tampa Bay, bro. I mean, come on, man. Come on, Tampa Bay. Oh yeah, he's flat out disrespected Bojangles for sure. Yeah, Tampa Bay. Oh my. Now Carolina Panthers is tied for first place in the fucking division because of Tampa Bay. Oh my goodness, man. Just I don't get it. I mean, come on, Baker. Yeah, the NFL hands are at work here. I know, them motherfuckers. I think they want the Carolina Panthers in the playoffs. They acting like the NFL need the Carolina Panthers in the playoffs. That shit crazy, man. And y'all hit the cash out for pain. Hit the cash out for pain and suffering. For me, gotta go through this bullshit. Oh yeah, that just makes that game against the Saints big. Carolina Panthers, I hope y'all watching this, Carolina. I hope you watching this. Because the Saints are going to be ready. The Saints are going to be ready. Just want y'all to know that, Carolina. Just want y'all to know that. When you go to New Orleans, the Saints will be ready. That's all I'm saying. Lie down, Tampa Bay. Mama lost some money today. Because they did not, because they most definitely did not expect. They most definitely didn't expect the Saints to did what they did today, for sure. They did not expect that. For the Saints to did what they did today, yeah. Did nobody expect that. Some money being lost today. That old manyan. Oh yeah. Somebody lost some money. So this game against the Saints in Carolina is big. That's a playoff game. That's a playoff game. Yeah. Yep. So I hope Bryce and Dave Canales don't think they got this shit in the bag. I hope trying to tell you, motherfucking New Orleans Saints gonna put you in the bag. Yeah. This don't make no sense, man. And the weather look crazy in Tampa Bay. It's not. It's not. It's not beautiful. It's not sunny. The motherfucker is gloomy, ugly. Yeah. Shout out to Tampa Bay, one of my favorite cities. For sure. Yep. That just makes that game, that Carolina Panther game, even bigger. That game is big now. Carolina Panthers better treat that motherfucker like a playoff game. They treat that shit like a regular season game, they gonna get beat. They gonna get beat. Coming right off the bye. Excuse gonna say, well, they were the one that went to the bar, had to buy early. They wouldn't even have to even worry about this. Yeah. I don't want to hear it. I want to see New Orleans stop the run and make Bryce Young throw the ball. Yep. 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 Let me find out Tyler Shugg goes 2-0 against the Panthers. Spencer Rattler, the backup to Carolina, takes the job from Bryce. Spencer Rattler. He said, shaking my head, GD, damn it. Now watch, they will play us when they ain't got to look like shit. I'm ready for this game next week. Make sure y'all tap it and tune in. We going live. Big game next week. We're treating this shit like a motherfucking playoff. Yo, the Washington Commanders got shut out 31-0. Now that's wild. I'm watching the Steelers up 27-22 on the Ravens. That's wild. That's crazy. Jay said, I can't believe this. Believe it. That's cool. Don't worry about it, Jay. Listen, we need this. This next week game's gonna be big. Carolina gotta win. Carolina gotta win. Yeah. Yeah. Unless Tampa Bay loses, I mean, hey. I'm ready. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. Yeah, I'm ready for it. Ready. Yes, sir. Big time game. Go. Ready for it. Say what? Tampa gonna have to win. Gonna have to win. The Falcons is a must win. Yep, for sure. Simple gonna have to beat the Falcons and yep. Hell yeah. Yeah. Yes, sir. I wouldn't have it no other way. I wouldn't have it no other way. It's like I said before and I say it again. Carolina Panthers, your playoff game starts Sunday coming up. Yep. Believe it or not. Believe it or not, Carolina Panthers, I'm trying to tell you. Y'all playoffs starts Sunday. Yep. So maybe that bye was maybe much needed. Because now you look at the standings, Carolina gotta win every game. Unless Tampa Bay just go on a losing streak and Carolina just end up winning one out of the two games. I'm just saying. Damn, Saints beat Tampa Bay. That's crazy. That is crazy. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. He said, can we get P. Diddy put a hit on Bryce? Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Just like Diddy got one on motherfucking 50 Cent. Yeah. I need to hit Diddy up. So y'all put one on Bryce. For sure. Put one on that motherfucker. Knock him out. That motherfucker do. This is the time when you do want to see Bryce goddamn twist that ankle, goddamn walking down the street doing something. And they cannot play Sunday. Hell no. That's crazy, man. Tampa Bay fools go. That motherfucking fools go. That motherfucker just flat out goddamn flew gazy. Straight up. Just like motherfucker, just like goddamn Baltimore losing it to the Steelers. Both 6-6. Winner of this, first place in their division. Said the sad thing about it is I knew they did this shit when it was done. Yep, that's true. Well, the heat is on. Yep. The heat is on. Yep. It's most definitely on. And somebody about to get burnt. Yeah, somebody about to motherfucking get burnt. Telling you. Let me go back to the goddamn. Go back to the Cleveland game. Let me see what Shador doing. Oh shit! I don't know. If Baltimore got a chance to come back and win this game. Oh shit! Jay, we said we fucking suck. We fucking stuck with Bryce. This don't make no sense. This sick of this shit. I'll be fine if he balls out of control. But goddamn, yeah, I feel you. We gonna find out. We gonna see. We gonna see. Don't worry. Don't let it stress you out. We gonna figure it out.
That was an impressive win. Okay. 2 fourth down plays that ended up being touchdowns. One to Coco on the little go route. Yeah. And then off that deep over, and then T-Mac, he adjusts. I'm telling you, dude, it was absolutely a good win. And Bryce, you validated. See, because there was a referendum on Bryce, right? Are you that cat? We talked about it last week. Said, man, I don't know. We're like this. We're like 6'7". Right. We're like 6'7". All right. We don't know. Right? We don't know. We just don't know. And this game right here, I mean, man, Bryce, he shut up a lot of critics, man. Who thought that he maybe not a guy. Man, he produced, man.
It's, I heard Coach Canales say in the locker room, like, they still haven't seen our best football, right?
That's right.
Referencing the entire league or the rest of the schedule, right? Did we see their best football?
No, because think about it.
Okay, all right. I thought that we did.
You saw a really great effort and beating a very good team.
Yeah.
But you put J.C. Horn in the mix.
Morrig.
All right. You put. And don't forget, because Merrick, he's a beast. And I tell you what, Ransom did a phenomenal job.
That dude was
phenomenal job. He come down.
He was looking like Eugene Robinson.
He was coming down, smacking folks. Dude, that dude looked impressive. And if I'm one of them safeties, I'm looking over my shoulder going, hey, man, this dude can take your job. He can take your job. I heard what you just said. All right? So, but they haven't played their best.
Yeah.
I don't think offensively they played their best.
Okay.
I think when you get both, we saw Chuba, because Chuba said for the first time, he felt like himself.
Yeah.
He felt like after the injuries he'd had with calves, all this stuff, he did the whole leg. He said he felt like himself, and he looked like himself.
Oh,
he looked the part. I'm like, oh, okay. That's the Chuba that we know.
Yeah.
And so when you put all those pieces together, Dowdle, Chuba, Bryce, the receiving core, your guy Coker. And he's a guy, man. Coker's a player. When you talk about that, I think one of their best is going to be an effort where they have like 185 yards and 250, 60 yards passing, and defensively they have like 4 or 5 sacks with a couple of turnovers.
Yep.
And special teams wise, keeping them backed up and winning that game, but also maybe scoring one on a punt return or kickoff return. That's where you're going to see the best, because every group has a chance to break and do extremely well.
You mentioned the running game. It's okay. Canales has been getting a lot of critique on how he's play calling it and not running the ball enough. I mean, we saw the effort there to run the ball. We saw Chuba get started. We saw for the first time Rico and Chuba get equal amount of carries.
Yes.
Is that the path moving forward? Is that how we get Bryce going? Is that how we get the offensive line going? Because the offensive line even said, hey, man, we need to run the ball more.
Oh, yeah, but think about this. Against the last game that we played, who did we play that we lost to?
The Niners. The
Niners, okay. Yeah. We ran the ball 9 times. This game, we ran the ball 35 times.
Yeah.
So,
including Bryce getting out there.
Yeah. So we've seen an effort to get back to something which is a bread and butter. Yeah. And here it is. You don't run the ball like that and run it well unless your offensive line is doing their job, unless the tight ends are doing their job, unless you got to block. You have to block, and you have to be able to get to the second level to go ahead and block to affect change. And they were able to do that. And so I think this team has historically been a running team. And I would love for it to continue to be a running team that opens up the conversation that we can pass, because whenever you can run, you can pass the ball.
I want to.
Everybody's trying to stop the run.
You said run block. Shout out to Jalen Coker again. He has been a beast in the run block game since he's gotten back from injury.
Dude, I'm just telling you, and that's what Coach is talking about. Like, you haven't seen our best collectively.
Yeah.
Like, yes, that was a great win.
Right.
Indeed. 2 fourth-down plays, man. You get Coco on a touchdown. You get McMillan on a deep over for a touchdown and adjust the route, and he adjusted the route on that time because your boy.
Yeah.
If you notice, the defensive back was right on his hip.
Yeah.
And as he was running across and going over, he started to go deeper.
Yeah.
Like more like a different angle. Like if it was a 45-degree angle, he started to go like a 60-degree angle.
That's a veteran move.
To go deeper because he knew that Bryce was going to throw the ball deep and throw him open. And what did it do to the defensive back? It stacked the defensive back behind him. And he got some separation. That's what it did. I was like just going, dude, that's a move that Jerry Rice would do. Man, that's a move that maybe T.O. would do.
It's a veteran move
That's
right there.
a veteran move right there, dude. To recognize that and to instinctively get open and then to catch the ball on the fly. And don't forget, Bryce Young, he threw some balls in there like there was some tight windows, and he put dimes out there. Who would dimes?
Through 13 weeks, who's your offensive MVP? Who's been your X factor so far?
Well, my offensive MVP will still be Rico Dowdle. I think that he's been that guy. He has 929 yards.
Right there at 1,000.
He's right there at 1,000. Easily going to break 1,000 yards. Easily, right? So Rico would be my guy. I think if I'm looking at who's my X factor, defensively is Derrick Brown, man. Derrick Brown,
man.
Derrick Brown, you're going to see the best because every group has a chance to break and do extremely well.
You mentioned the running game. It's okay. Canales has been getting a lot of critique on how he's play calling it and not running the ball enough. I mean, we saw the effort there to run the ball. We saw Chuba get started. We saw for the first time Rico and Chuba get equal amount of carries.
Yes.
Is that the path moving forward? Is that how we get Bryce going? Is that how we get the offensive line going? Because the offensive line even said, hey, man, we need to run the ball more.
Oh, yeah, but think about this. Against the last game that we played, who did we play that we lost to?
The Niners. The
Niners, okay. Yeah. We ran the ball 9 times. This game, we ran the ball 35 times.
Yeah.
So,
including Bryce getting out there.
Yeah. So we've seen an effort to get back to something which is a bread and butter. Yeah. And here it is. You don't run the ball like that and run it well unless your offensive line is doing their job, unless the tight ends are doing their job, unless you got to block. You have to block, and you have to be able to get to the second level to go ahead and block to affect change. And they were able to do that. And so I think this team has historically been a running team. And I would love for it to continue to be a running team that opens up the conversation that we can pass, because whenever you can run, you can pass the ball.
I want to.
Everybody's trying to stop the run.
You said run block. Shout out to Jalen Coker again. He has been a beast in the run block game since he's gotten back from injury.
Dude, I'm just telling you, and that's what coaches talk about. Like, you haven't seen our best collectively.
Yeah.
Like, yes, that was a great win.
Right.
Indeed. 2 fourth down plays, man. You get Coco on a touchdown. You get a McMillan on a deep over for a touchdown and adjust the route. And he adjusted the route on that time because your boy.
Yeah.
If you notice, the defensive back was right on his hip.
Yeah.
And as he was running across and going over, he started to go deeper.
Yeah.
Like more like a different angle. Like if it was a 45-degree angle, he started to go like a 60-degree angle.
That's a veteran move.
To go deeper because he knew that Bryce was going to throw the ball deep and throw him open. And what did it do to the defensive back? It stacked the defensive back behind him. And he got some separation. That's what it did. I was like just going, dude, that's a move that Jerry Rice would do. Man, that's a move that maybe T.O. would do.
It's a veteran move
That's
right
a
there.
veteran move right there, dude. To recognize that and to instinctively get open and then to catch the ball on the fly. And don't forget, Bryce Young, he threw some balls in there like there was some tight windows, and he put dimes out there. Who would dimes?
Through 13 weeks, who's your offensive MVP? Who's been your X factor so far?
Well, my offensive MVP will still be Rico Dowdle. I think that he's been that guy. He has 929 yards.
Right there at 1,000.
He's right there at 1,000. Easily going to break 1,000 yards. Easily, right? So Rico would be my guy. I think if I'm looking at who's my X factor, defensively is Derek Brown, man. Derek Brown.
Man.
Derek Brown had
What
a
a dude.
tip pass. Nick Scott got the interception on.
My guy, Nick Scott.
Your guy, Nick Scott. And then he had the sack fumble, which DJ Wanham picked up and brought it past the 50. He had a play. I was watching him in this game, and there was a play where he got double teamed, and he didn't move.
Yeah.
Like they went to double team. He didn't move, and then when they got released the double team, he's holding his gap, and now he's making a play, getting the hand on the running back to slow him up. And that dude, Kyron Williams, ain't no joke, dude.
Oh, Kyron Williams and Blake Corum from Michigan.
Dude,
he was getting hit
by 156 yards. total yards.
Yeah.
Them dudes ain't no joke, man.
They can move the football. It was one of those things that the defense bend, don't break. That's been the mentality all year, and it did not break. And Derek Brown, the man, the best.
Yes. He's the best
interior.
Yeah, he's the best interior guy right now. So when we think about the guys, if I'm getting a list of guys to say who I'm gonna start my team with, well, I want Myles Garrett, I want Micah Parsons, I want Derek Brown. I want Derek Brown. I want Gary Brown. That dude's a beast, man.
Vote for him for Pro Bowl.
Please, I tell you what, if you don't even know, the Carolina Panthers defensively will not be what they are without him. And when he got hurt and he came back from last year, I'm telling you, dude, this team right here is poised to go ahead and do something because defensively they can hold you to some points and they can limit what you do. And don't forget the last couple of games, with the exception of this Rams game, the defense has been doing what? Keeping them in the game.
Yep. Talk about defense. We're going to talk more about defense after the break. We'll be back here on Panthers on the Plus, a.k.a. the Ball Brothers.
You know that's right.
Panthers preview bye-week edition.
What is all this pickleball talk and how do I get started? Stop scrolling. Here's the easiest and simplest way to get in the game. Go to Costco.com, search Selkirk SLK Prime Max Bundle, and grab yours before it's gone. I assure you it is Pickleball Mama approved. Selkirk is known for top tier quality and customer service, which is why I've been a part of Team Selkirk for over 2 years and counting. So let's keep it simple and easy. Straight up mom goals, right? So no more overthinking. Just grab the SLK Prime Max Bundle online at Costco.com. It's affordable, high quality, and the perfect beginner set. It comes with 2 paddles and my favorite Pro S.L.R pickleball, so you can start playing right away. So let's get you on the court and playing your best game ever. This place is bigger than I thought.
So we've only got 1 hour. Could you plan us a tour?
I see you're at the Liam Museum. Shall we focus on traditional Korean art?
Well, we are in Korea, so let's do it.
Great. Head to the M1 building to see historic treasures. That's not a book. It's a roof tile, often found on the houses of the region.
All right, welcome back here. Bye-week edition, Panthers on the Plus, a.k.a. the Ball Brothers Panthers preview. I'm with my guy, one of the greatest safeties ever in NFL history, Eugene Robinson. All right, so we talked about the defense. What grade would you give the defense so far this year? From where it started, week 1, to where we are now, grade.
I'm giving this a B plus, A minus, A minus group. A B
Okay,
plus,
B
A minus group. This group has historically kept the points off the board and kept us in the mix.
Yeah.
Defensively, when you look at the games that we've lost, you go like this: oh man, if the offense would have come around, man, we could have been able to boom.
Yeah.
And that's what Coach Canales is talking about. If the offense can match what we've been seeing defensively, dude. Don't forget, in the secondary, we got J.C. Horn, but Jackson, let me just say this. If you don't know who he is, right? He was covering Nakua. Puka Nakua. He was covering him. And that first one, interception, he was inside coverage, man-to-man, boom. He recognizes the play. He picks it off, and he takes it to the house, right? Boom. The touchdown play, not touchdown play, but the play on the end, near the end zone where Nakua caught it with one hand, backhand.
That was great coverage.
Brought it in. It was great coverage, and Jack looked like he's going to knock the ball out.
Yeah.
And when the play was over, I saw Jack's expression as a defensive back. I'm telling him, dude, that was excellent coverage.
Yeah.
You got to give the dude props for making a great catch, or making one of those catches that you don't see.
Yeah.
Dude, that was incredible. And so Jack has just he's thrown down the gauntlet and said, if you thought this was all about J.C. Horn, and you think you can come over here and pick on me, well, I got another thing coming. Check this out.
You know what? We talked about it last week, how they are going to pick on Mike Jack.
You know that part.
And he made them pay for it. He dropped the several interceptions this year.
Right.
He made up for it to the house. I said, man.
To the house. And when I saw the coverage, inside coverage on a route, he's going to it's called a 5 route. It's a bench route.
Yeah.
When you're going to the sideline.
Yeah.
So he's running this bench route to the sideline. He's inside coverage. The ball is placed extremely well. He's just in great position and just takes the ball away. And I'm like, this one, dude, man. I've seen
great coverage.
I've seen Mel Blount do that. I've seen my mentor Dave Brown do that. I've seen Albert Lewis do that. Deron Cherry do that. I've seen great dudes make great interceptions where their coverage is just impeccable. Gilbert, their coverage is impeccable. I'm going, dude, man, that's some great coverage, dude. And what you've said to the league, you said, dude, pick on me if you want. I'm inviting it. Come on over this way and come get some of this.
Shout out to Shaw Smith Wade, because he plays solid in coverage.
Oh, absolutely.
You didn't hear a lot about him, but that's a good thing.
Exactly. Don't forget, right? You had Thornton who went down, and I thought Thornton was a beast in preseason, and I liked him. And I liked Smith Wade. I like the way he rocks, right? But here's the person that we need to talk about, Ransom.
Ohio State's finest.
Dude.
That dude was out here, man, laying the wood on these dudes. Dude. I was like, whoa.
He reminded me of, what was the kid from, not kid, but man from Minnesota, Harris?
Oh, Harrison Smith.
Harrison Smith? Yeah. Harrison Smith has that type of style coming downhill, just punch you in the mouth.
Yeah.
Or Ryan Clark was like that. For the
yeah. Well, scrappy dude.
Scrappy, right?
Yeah.
And I'm looking at Ransom, I'm like, man, Ransom is that dude. He kind of reminds you of Earl Thomas a little bit.
Yeah.
There's something about this guy. Now, when he's able to marry that with interceptions, with PBUs, knockdowns, all that type of stuff, dude, this dude's going to be formidable. I'm saying he's not going to stay in that position as a backup for long, because you can't. I got to put him out there, dude.
And I think what you're saying,
you got to put him out.
Legion of Boom, Dan Morgan, worked for Seattle's front office. I think that defense, it's not there yet, but I think he's crafting it.
He's crafting
He's getting these guys from the 4th round, 5th round, 3rd round. That's how the Legion of Boom was formed.
You know what? And here's another thing about that, right? The one thing that I think that we lack is that linebacker that you go, that's Thomas Davis.
Yeah.
That's Beast. Yeah. That's Luke Kuechly.
That's Bobby Wagner.
That's
We're
Bobby,
talking.
you know, that's Patrick Willis.
Yeah.
We don't.
Yeah.
You know, that's Shaq Thompson.
Yeah.
You don't say that, right? Because you're like, oh,
Right.
man, who are our linebackers? I think it's Wallace. No, it's Rose.
Roseboom. I think it's Shirless.
It's Shirless. And then you go like this. You're trying to figure out who that person is, right? But everybody knows that on the defensive line is Derek Brown.
It's Derek Brown.
Everybody knows that. I know Wharton. I know Derek Brown. I know Jack. I know J.C. Horn. I know Merrick. I know those names, they pop up. And so the one thing I think that Dan Morgan is going to go ahead and concentrate on and finding somebody like himself who had that dog in him.
Oh, speaking of, we were talking about.
And that's not to take anything away from you guys there. That's just what I'm saying.
I asked you for the grade for the overall defense. I want to ask you about the job that Evero has done. Because I think when we talk about defense, it's a mix of players.
Yes.
But Evero, I mean, because we were not we, but
yeah.
Call for a job at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, in the beginning of the season, because you're trying to figure out what is our. First of all, fans and pundits alike, we're all impatient.
Right.
We want it now, right? Because you go to McDonald's, we want it now. We go to Burger King, we want it now, all right?
We want it our way.
All right, we want it our way. I go to Chipotle, hey, man, don't be taking no, 8 days, go ahead and make the stuff, man. Hit the guacamole, man. The guacamole's right there. But you want it right now. And that's one of the, football is not that want it right now. It's a process throughout the season, getting your people together, getting them to believe in what you're doing, making them work together, and then getting that dog out of them, right? Yeah. That's why people were calling for, hey, man, what's going on with, Gerald, man? What's going on, man? Is it Gerald? Is it Evero? What is it? Is it both? And so that's what you're thinking of, but now as they're settling in, and with the exception of injuries, that's really plagued that defense a little bit, and the linebacker spot, of course, you're seeing that they haven't played their best football, and they're playing darn good football, and they're keeping us in games.
It takes time for a young defense. You're talking about beginning of seeing the Knicks score in Princely. We're not even playing.
It's Princely Umamillion. Yeah. That's right.
And now they're playing. They're big parts of that defense.
And here's what's going to happen as you approach next season. Those guys who got that valuable experience, who have a year under their belt. Then, I would say this. Let's not judge the linebackers too harshly right now.
Yeah.
But let's judge them next year. And see what they do after they've had some experience.
Right.
Totally different, dude. Totally different. The fact that you moved the green dot from Roseboom to Wallace was a huge thing. Let Roseboom go ahead and be kamikaze, do what he does.
Yeah.
But let Wallace get everybody lined up and make sure that there's that there's no stone unturned.
And it takes a few weeks to figure out who that guy is. Training camp doesn't really show that.
No, training camp. Sometimes Luke Kuechly will emerge.
Yeah.
A Beeson will emerge. Dan Morgan, and typically at that middle linebacker spot. Don't forget, when Luke Kuechly came here, he wasn't a middle linebacker.
No, he was an outside linebacker.
Beeson was the middle linebacker. And I can remember this. I watched him play, and I was sitting there, and I said, I was calling that game, I said, I think this is going to be the last time that we see Beeson at the middle linebacker spot. I said, dude, Luke Kuechly's undeniable, man. I mean, and so it doesn't mean that Beeson's not doing a good job. It's that you keep noticing this dude keep showing up. That's what we see. And so not having that linebacker this year, I think that Dan Morgan has been doing a good job of developing guys, and let's see what they look like next year. Don't judge them this year because they're just rookies. Let's see what they look like next year.
Man, I'm excited about that defense. Eugene's excited about that defense. All right, let's take a quick break. We're going to get some quick hitters. After the break, you're watching Panthers on a Plus, a.k.a. the Ball Brothers Panthers Preview by Week Edition.
sleep possible with flexible payment plans. This is Mike. He just met the one. And it's memory foam. And this is Stacy, about to crush the dream with we can't afford it. But with flexible financing, they're sleeping like royalty. Explore financing that fits your budget. Only at Ashley.
All right, welcome back here on Panthers on the Plus, aka the Ball Brothers Panthers preview. We got some quick hitters per usual. All right, so as a former player, we talked a lot about your playing career. That bye week, man, it's a week to rest. But how do you go from a week of rest to locking back in the next week?
This team needs it because this team has been aching and this team has been ailing, and there's been a lot of guys that's been injured. Think about what this bye week does. I was critical. Hey, why the bye week so late in the season? Right? What's going on with all that, man?
Perfect time,
right? Dude, with the guys that we have hurt and have a chance to come back with almost a full 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Think about this. Every team wants to go in healthy in this November, December. If you ain't a healthy team in November, December, you ain't winning.
Nope.
You ain't winning no games.
Nope.
Now we have a chance to get healthy. The bye week is coming at a perfect time, dude.
Yep.
You get all the defensive guys that's back. You get Robert Hunt. Hunt may be back.
I haven't heard that name in weeks.
And Hunt, truth be told, was one of the best offensive linemen on the squad.
He and Damian Lewis.
That's just saying. Truth be told.
Yeah.
Shame the devil. Shame the devil. And I'm just saying, dude, man, now that we got this bye, dude, the bye is coming at the right time. It's at the right time. Cats can get healthy. And guess what? They're going to lock in because they're feeling that success, man. They're feeling that success. And Derek Brown said before the bye, he was like, hey, man, that was just one win.
Yeah.
Hey, we got to come back here. We got to do it again. We got to bye week. We got to do it again.
And you know what? Nothing like coming off a bye week and getting some gumbo. You know, we get the best of gumbo.
No, we're gonna be that same. We're going
to New Orleans, man. We got to get our win back, man. Because we gotta go down there to New Orleans, go down there to Superdome and get some gumbo because, man, I didn't like how we played. I didn't like how we played against the Saints.
But so, okay, even with the Saints game, I think it was, 7-17?
Yeah.
That game was. We played poorly. I thought we played one of our worst games. Offensively, I thought we played one of the worst games that we've played. But still, you're upset and I'm upset because we're like, man, we still could have won the game. Right? We still could have won the game. Yeah. We have a lot of margin. So this tells me that this team is not what you think. This team is not a bad team. This team is a lot better team than what you think. And judging by beating the Packers and beating the Rams, I think this team is definitely a playoff team.
So far this season, I know it may be hard of a question, but favorite moment so far this season? What's been your favorite moment?
Watching McMillan become that guy. I thought that they were going to draft a linebacker. I thought for sure that Dan Morgan. I am wrong, and I'm so glad I'm wrong because that young man is probably the NFC Rookie of the Year.
Because we were like maybe even the league Rookie of the Year. I mean, we went to the season, so the draft happened, and it was kind of like, but you got XL, you got Jalen Coker, and you got Adam Thielen. They knew something, and obviously it's been playing out, right?
Exactly. They knew something that we didn't know.
Adam Thielen no longer a Viking, by the way.
Yeah, so he's not a Viking anymore. They just released him because he has to be released.
And he's retiring.
Yeah.
XL, not a big a factor, and I don't want to, I know it's been cool to kind of hate on XL. He hasn't been a big play guy.
No, he hasn't. Yeah, he hasn't. No, he hasn't been the guy because the makeup of the team has changed. Dowdle has gotten those passes that some of them went to XL.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I think XL has maybe like 29, 30 catches, and then Rico Dowdle has at least about the same or maybe more. And so you're seeing a changing of what it looks like. What the chemistry looks like, and then I really believe moving forward, I think you're going to see much more distribution of the ball. The quarterback rating for Bryce Young was like 147.
It's a career high.
Crazy.
Career high.
It's like 153.8 is like the best you can do, right? 147, the dude was on fire, dude. He was on fire, and I'm sitting there going, man, That's the Alabama cat that we see now.
Yeah.
The difference with the Alabama cat that we see is because Alabama was so much better offensively than any other team. All right.
Yeah.
So you can sit back there in the pocket. Now you're like, okay, this guy got to produce. Bryce is going to produce, and Bryce, just like you got the love 2 or 3 weeks ago for 48 yards, and you get the heat. Now you're getting the love. I think that you need to make a decision here and by your play that this is who I am.
Well, Dan Morgan got some things to think about because that 5th-year option is coming up at the end of the season.
Exactly.
So, I mean, that's not going to be an easy decision.
But you think about this, though.
But it should be a hard decision.
If we end up making the playoffs, don't worry about that. He's there.
Even if we get short of the playoffs.
No, I think that you make the playoffs.
Okay, I mean, I'm saying it should.
Oh, yeah. Because no one expected with this team. They expected 4 wins, 3 wins, okay? 5 wins? Okay, you get 5 wins. I'm like, dude, we got 7 wins. And I said we could eke out 8 to 9 wins.
Yep.
Dude, if we would have won 10 wins, I'm just saying, just 10 wins.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if we would have won 10 wins, what? Having your quarterback the way he is playing, man, please.
11 and 6.
You gotta keep him. You gotta keep him doing that.
11 and 6 sounds pretty good.
10 and 7.
10 and 7. 10 and 7. All right, we'll take a great show. This has been a great show. Although we didn't get everything because it's a bye week. It's a bye week. We wanted some leftovers. You know, look, it's holiday time. We love leftovers. So enjoy the bye week. You don't have to stress this week, fans. We're not stressing this week. We'll see you back here next week, next Thursday, here on Panthers on the Plus, aka the Ball Brothers Panthers previewing the Saints matchup, getting some gumbo. Until that time, enjoy. If you're still eating leftovers, enjoy that. We'll see you next week.
When it's cookie baking day, it's chicken dinner night. That's Mary made easy. No one foods like Lowe's Foods.
Discover your new Mazda right now at Bob King Mazda. Come lease a 2026 Mazda 3 for $311 per month for 36 months. Or check out the 2025 Mazda CX-5 lease for $368 per month for 36 months. Or lease a 2026 Mazda CX-50 Hybrid for $451 per month for 36 months. Now during Mazda More to Move You sales event. Visit us today at Bob King Mazda.
Panthers have a bye week. And every year we do the very same thing on the bye week. You can go, it's like a clock or a calendar you could set by. On the bye week, we talk about what do they need to do to get better. What is the task, right? We talk about how 2 weeks is a million years compared to the treadmill set on high that doesn't stop during a football season, right? Sunday game. By Monday morning, you have to be full steam ahead towards the next game because it's that brutal of a schedule. But then you get this bye week. And usually we have a to-do list, right? All right, you need to get this young guy watching some film. All right, you need to maybe reconsider who your starters are in the secondary, right? There's all of these tangible things to do. Not this year. This year, and I'll paraphrase one of my conversations earlier this week. I was talking with Mike Glennon, friend of the show, 10-year NFL veteran, and I asked him, I said, the Panthers had maybe their best win in the last however many years against the Rams, right? One of the best teams in the league. They stared them down. They won it in the end. They made more plays. Like, do they almost not want the bye at this point? Do they not want to keep that momentum rolling? And Mike looked at me and went, oh, no, they want the bye. 13 consecutive weeks with how late their bye is, being week 14. And he, his face looked at me like I had just asked him, like he was a toddler, and I just said, do you want dessert? He was like, yeah. He was like, no, they want the bye.
It's like you're asking a cashier who's been standing there for 6 hours, like, hey man, you want to go on your break?
Yeah, you want to take 15? He was like, no, they want the bye. 13 weeks of football every weekend at the NFL level is brutal. and that's a quarterback talking, right? So, talking about the physical need to regenerate. Quarterbacks take big hits, but they don't take the most hits. So think about what an offensive lineman is going through, what a linebacker is going through, what a running back is going through. Those 13 consecutive weeks add up. So I'm not giving anything tangible here. I'm saying unplug and get as healthy as you can. The Rams game, to its credit, I do believe changed everything for the bye week. If they would have gotten smoked, I think it would have been, I don't care if you're hurt, we got things to work on. But vibes are high right now. The panic is less right now. There's a motivational quote. I don't know where I heard it from. That said, let me try to word this correctly. Comfort is not bad if earned, right? Meaning, if you want to kick your feet up and relax, that's fine as long as you've done the work you need to do to earn yourself that time off. What you can't be is kicking your feet up and relaxing before the work is done, right? Because you haven't earned it yet. The Panthers, I'm not saying go on a bender in Vegas, but they've earned some comfort. Comfort is fine when earned. And I'll actually use I'm just motivational quote today. I should be like Tony Robbins, who wants to come to my self-help seminar. One of the things that I ask myself a lot, and my wife gets very frustrated by it occasionally, is what does this accomplish? Right? If there's something going on and she's like, you're not mad about it? I'm like, I'm not mad. What would being mad accomplish? Right? I ask, what does that accomplish before I do almost anything? And sometimes that crosses my wires because it's like, taking a day where you don't do much. What did you accomplish? It's like, well, nothing. And that frustrates me. But I have to remind myself that sometimes recharging the batteries is the right answer to what did that accomplish? Did you really just relax and socialize for an entire weekend? Gosh, what did that accomplish? What did that accomplish? Well, it may not be, from a woodworker, a woodsmith, right? Maybe I didn't build the table today, but maybe recharging my batteries has set me up to build a better table tomorrow, right? That's still accomplishing something. So I'm send most of the team to a concert or over the Thanksgiving break. I went with my brother and his wife and my wife to a magician show. Go to a magician show. Go to something where you get to unplug and you don't have to worry about disguised defenses. You don't have to worry about, matchups. Go to something where you can unplug.
So S.L.R is now offering a Prime Max pickleball bundle that you can get on Costco.com. And I was genuinely curious about this. And so S.L.R sent me one, and here are my thoughts. First, it was surprising this all fit in the sling bag, but it did.
Plug. Whatever it is that you do to get back to neutral. And for some guys, by the way, that might be the weight room, right? I'm not saying you have to go do something frivolous, right? I know people, after our playing careers were done, stopped working out, and all of a sudden they felt all out of balance. Now they go to the gym. The gym is where they go to get right. The gym is where they go to hang out. The gym is where they go to get back to neutral. Some go to movies, some listen to music, some go to concerts, some play with their kids, some mow the lawn. There's a lineman for the Philadelphia Eagles. May have been Dickerson, but don't quote me on that. The Alabama old interior offensive lineman. But he signed a giant contract, whatever, 60, 80 million, something. They asked him what his first big purchase was, and he said a zero-turn riding mower. And that's where he got some lawn out front, I'm sure, in a big house. And he's like, I like mowing lawns. If that's what you do, go do it. Whatever that is for the Panthers. You got 4 games left. 3 of them are in the division. 2 of them are against the Bucks. There won't be a need to ramp up the intensity. It'll be there. Okay, you can artificially grab energy from everywhere. You don't have to come up with it on your own for the last 4 games. Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield. Right? Those are all guys with histories that pertain particularly to the Carolina Panthers. There will be no lack of motivation. Dave Canales was Baker Mayfield's coach before he came here. No lack of motivation. The most important thing you can do on a bye for the Carolina Panthers this year is chill. And that's unlike the previous bye week we've had. Like I said, we talk about this. What do we do on the bye every single year? This is the first time I'm saying nothing.
Group bowling outing.
Yeah, but I like not even team. Like, you know what I mean? It's like
just fellas can hop in the group chat and be like, all right, guys, who wants to go bowling?
It's because, let's be real, 50, 60, 70 guys on the team, you're not going to like them all. It's just take a subsection of 70 people from any walk of life. There's going to be some guys you don't vibe with. Get the crew that you enjoy if you're going to do something. Go there, right? Laugh. And the guy whose locker is 4 down from yours and he's always leaving his tape on the ground and you're always having to pick it up and throw it out, and the guy who plays his own music on his phone loud, in the other aisle, like, don't be around them.
I want Bryce Young in my crew from the team. He just seems like a really good hang.
I always think of, and you'll appreciate this, some people use what they call the layover test, which is like, how would they be if you got caught, you were traveling with them, and you had like a 6-hour layover, and you had to spend 6 hours in an airport with them? Would they be a good hang or a bad hang? I always think of golf. If I had to be
6 hours, that'd be a long round.
In a cart with them for 4 or 5 hours on a hot day playing golf, I try to think of every kind of situation that they'd be in. If I'm playing well and they're playing bad. If they're playing well and I'm playing bad. If we're both playing bad. If I was playing great and I collapsed on the last 3 holes, what would they be like? I would guess if you play with Bryce Young, if you play golf with Bryce Young, you're getting a lot of fist bumps. You're getting a lot of, oh, great shot, whether you're playing well or not. And I think it's a good guy to play golf with. Good for your confidence. But do that. If
They should play golf.
If you play golf,
go
play golf. Might have to be simulator. Might be a little cold.
The weather's not great for that right now.
But if you want to, carpool, go somewhere a little warmer and play some golf, I'm good with it.
Look, if any of the Panthers are listening, Skybrook in Concord, that's the place to go.
Unless you're dealing with any kind of back injury, in which case, sorry, you got to shut it down.
Did you know you could be entitled to a 5 or 6 figure payout?
Classic case. I might even have to rename the theory here. We have a classic case of the Ring of Honor complex going on here. Okay? I'm saying this to get ahead of everyone calling me a hater. The Ring of Honor complex is a sports phenomena that I've noticed in my time in media, where you take a player who is very good, should go into an NFL Ring of Honor, should go into their team's Ring of Honor, should have their jersey retired by a team, and you say they're a first ballot Hall of Famer, no doubt. Because now I have to step in the interest of fairness and logic and reason, and say, well, no. Here are all the reasons he's not a first ballot Pro Football Hall of Famer. And that makes me sound like a hater, when in actuality, I think he should be like a Ring of we have a classic case of the Ring of Honor complex going on. Okay. I'm saying this to get ahead of everyone calling.
Yeah, you heard it. So make sure y'all like, subscribe, share, comment to my YouTube channel. Most definitely, we're going live next Sunday for the Carolina Panthers versus New Orleans Saints. It's going to be a big-time game. Make sure y'all tune in. Make sure y'all hit the Cash App. Make sure y'all stand up, support the Panthers, and most definitely make sure you support my channel. Carolina Panthers, Carolina Panther Nation, stand up. It's a big-time game next week. Carolina Panther win. They take sole possession of first place in the division. Like, subscribe, share, comment to my YouTube channel. You know what to do. Hit the subscribe button. I'm out. Keep pounding.
Great power comes great responsibility. Great power comes great responsibility.
Great power comes great responsibility.